Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the idea of trying to take the Marvel comic book world and make a sentient AI that would be able to explore a very small corner of Marvel Comics. And I'm going to tell you guys more about this idea right now. So I love reading guidebooks based on superhero comics and animated series. I think it would be interesting to create a digital world based on one or more of these guidebooks and see how a sentient AI would live in a Marvel or DC world. For an initial version of this, I would likely only include a handful of characters and even a mix of heroes and villains. My idea is that the AI would need to sleep and eat in order to survive, but that they would need to ask other characters in the world for food and temporary shelter. Characters would then agree or disagree to help the AI based on their relationship with the AI and the AI's reputation. The AI would also have the option to complete heroic or villainous tasks in the world, which would shape the relationship with other characters as they form a reputation for themselves. The AI's ability to complete heroic and villainous tasks would be affected by their stats, which would determine their powers and abilities. Each time the AI completes a heroic action, a tab would be opened to an Ecosia or an Ocean Hero search, which actually would help the real world by donating money to help plant trees and clean trash out of the ocean. That way the sentient AI, when they do heroic actions in the virtual world, could be helping our world at the same time, which is an idea that I particularly think is cool and I've wanted to see in games for a while. The AI would also have the option to ask characters to train them or give them equipment, which not only would boost their stats, but also help further build their relationship with characters that they've trained with. Right now, I'm thinking about 4 NPCs, 2 heroes and 2 villains. Each hero and villain respectively can help train the AI or give the AI equipment to boost their different stats, making each character valuable to train with. I'm thinking about Doctor Strange for energy projection. Doctor Strange would teach the AI how to cast magic spells. Taskmaster for fighting skills. Taskmaster would teach the AI martial arts. Iron Man for intelligence. Iron Man would train the AI on how to better come up with strategies. Hydra for strength. They would actually give you strength augmenting equipment that you'd be able to use in the field. Spider-Man for speed. Spider-Man would give you web shooter upgrades, the ability to essentially use webs to quickly zip around the city. And Kang the Conqueror for durability, as he would be able to provide you with futuristic armor upgrades. I would be essentially adapting the stats that are already used in official Marvel comics. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but Marvel has this thing called the Power Grid, where they already have stats established for each of their characters. Those stats being the stats that I just were talking about: energy projection, fighting skills, intelligence, strength, speed, and durability. All the stats max out at 7 points. I'd say a normal person on the Marvel grid has about like 2 points in each category. You could argue like no points in energy projection, but whatever. But I would probably start the sentient AI off with 2 points for every stat. So they'd have a total of 14 points if you added all their stats together. Talking about power grid stats, the AI would also have stats that aren't related to the power grid. For doing roles for heroic and villainous actions, the sentient AI, their action success would probably be based off of a d20, so a 20-sided die, plus their power grid stat total, with their starting stats being 14 total. So easy heroic or villainous action, they would just have to get greater than or equal to 24, which would be like rolling a 10 plus a base of 14 stats. Intermediate, like more difficult heroic or villainous actions would require a 29, which would be like rolling a 15 on like a 20-sided die plus the base 14 power grid stat. And then a hard heroic or villainous action would take a 34. So it would be like rolling like a 20 on a 20-sided die plus like that 14 base. And of course, as the sentient AI trains with characters and gains new equipment, it'll be easier for the AI to tackle all of these over time. At least that's the idea. The AI would progress and eventually just get better and better at completing these tasks. And of course, the easier the task, the less reputation they'll gain from completing it. So the AI will be encouraged to want to do harder tasks if they want to build up their reputation with the other characters of the Marvel Universe. But these harder tasks will be more difficult to complete if they don't, train with these characters to get better over time. When we're talking about like all the stats the sentient AI would have, I think the AI would have 17 stats. They'd have health, hunger, stamina, energy projection, fighting skills, intelligence, strength, speed, durability, hero reputation, villain reputation, Doctor Strange relationship, Taskmaster relationship, Iron Man relationship, Hydra relationship, Spider-Man relationship, and Kang relationship. So let's quickly go through all these stats. Health. When the sentient AI's health becomes less than or equal to 0, the sentient AI will stop running. I will then reset it and erase its memory. It's essentially the equivalent of it dying. Hunger. When hunger becomes less than or equal to 0. Actually, no, that sounds right. If hunger becomes less than or equal to 0. No. I keep thinking about hunger the wrong way. Hunger gets higher over time. It's not that it goes lower unless you eat something. So if hunger becomes greater than or equal to 5, I think is what I mean to be saying. Because hunger is bad when it goes up. It's not bad when it goes down. So when hunger becomes greater than or equal to 5, the sentient AI will begin to starve. And as they starve, they'll begin to lose health over time. With stamina, when stamina becomes less than or equal to 0, then the AI will start to suffer from fatigue, with an F. They'll suffer from fatigue. And while they're fatigued, they'll slowly lose health over time. And of course, to overcome hunger, you eat food. And to overcome draining stamina, you rest. But that'll require them to be able to convince characters in the Marvel Universe to allow them to sleep at their place or to give them food. So a lot of this has to do with the AI trying to survive by trying to build a name for themselves so that they can get food and a place to sleep from these characters in the Marvel Universe. Energy projection, fighting skills, intelligence, strength, speed, and durability. Again, all are just used for trying to complete heroic and villainous tasks respectively, and you can train in each of these skills with the respective heroes and villains that provide training or equipment with each of these skills. So that's their significance. You can kind of lump them all together. Hero reputation. So whenever you successfully whenever the sentient AI successfully completes a heroic task, their hero reputation is increased. Whenever they complete a villainous task successfully, their villain reputation is increased. And then whenever they try to ask a hero for something, the hero will take into account the character's hero reputation subtracted from the villain reputation, and that will be used against their role. So when talking to a hero, you want to have higher hero reputation than villain reputation, because if not, you may have a negative modifier on your role when trying to convince a hero to help you. And vice versa. When trying to ask a villain for some food, a villain, if you have a higher hero reputation, will have a negative modifier on their role, which will make it more likely for a villain to be like, I won't help you because you're a hero. Why would I help a hero out? And for each of the character relationships, Doctor Strange relationship, Taskmaster relationship, Iron Man relationship, Hydra relationship, Spider-Man relationship, Kang relationship, essentially, whenever you train with a character or get equipment from that character, that helps build your relationship with that character. And that's something that exists regardless of your hero reputation or villain reputation. It's like a positive modifier that you get specifically from your interactions with that character that only apply to that character. So your relationship with Doctor Strange has no impact on like your relationship with like Taskmaster or something like that. So your hero and villain reputation affects your relationship with all the characters, but the individual relationships with the individual characters don't affect the other characters, if that makes sense. So this sentient AI would be able to complete 24 actions. They'd be able to commit street-level crimes, stop street-level crimes, stop a supervillain, help a supervillain, stop a cosmic threat, trigger a cosmic threat, ask Doctor Strange for food, ask Doctor Strange for a place to sleep for the night, ask Doctor Strange for training or equipment, and then essentially that same set of like 3 questions, but for all the other characters. So like ask Spider-Man for food or a place to sleep or training or equipment. Ask Iron Man for food or a place to sleep or training or equipment. Ask Kang for food or a place to sleep or for training and equipment. Ask Hydra for food or a place to sleep or for training and equipment. Ask Taskmaster for food or a place to sleep or training or equipment. Those would be all the actions that the AI would be able to take. Committing or stopping street-level crime would be like an easy task. Stopping a supervillain or helping a supervillain would be an intermediate task. And stopping a cosmic threat or triggering a cosmic threat would be a difficult task. So yeah, those are all the ideas that I have so far for trying to create a sentient AI within the Marvel Universe. I'm not sure whether or not this is something that I should pursue. I feel like it's something that I could do. It would probably take me a little bit longer to do than Project Camelot, but I want to know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Does this sound cool? Like, is this something that you guys would be interested in seeing? Because if you guys want to see this, then I'll do it. But if you guys aren't interested in seeing this, then I probably won't do it. And if you guys are like really hyped to see it, and you have suggestions for things that you want to be added, I would definitely appreciate like donation on like the Patreon, because I do feel like money can help incentivize me to do like additional work. Keep in mind, I work a full-time job as like a research engineer, so I already like work, and if the projects get to like a big enough size, it can start to feel like a work thing. You know what I mean? So if you guys have suggestions for things that you want to be included in, if you guys not only give your suggestions, but also help by contributing to the Patreon, that can incentivize me to take your suggestions into account and incorporate them into the game. Of course, if you have small suggestions that don't like shatter the Earth's surface and cause me to put in like hours of additional work, like something fairly small, that's fine. But if you guys have like really big things that you want me to add, I would kindly ask that you also show your interest monetarily as well. But anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, logging out. Peace guys, chickadee-ga.